Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza Like a Dragon on the Serious JG. Hopefully I won't have my microphone making as many scrapey noises in this video. I was going to switch to playing something else, but I'm kind of in a Yakuza mood now, so hopefully this will be a good recording session, because it could be weeks worth of videos. If I'm producing more annoying commentary than usual, it might wreck quite a few weeks worth of videos here. But let's continue. Wait, what does L1 do? Ah, gets rid of that. Okay. I saw that icon down there. Spontaneously noticed it. I guess I just step forward and the plot begins. Oh no, I have to interact with whatever that is. Okay, well. In fairness to Bleach Japan, considering its whole corporate dealio, it does have very white offices. There's, I guess no, hold on, this is gray. We're in a gray zone. The carpeting, it's gray. Bleach Japan, you are betraying your own deal. This chair is apparently not an object that we can actually interact with. Let's knock over the ladies as we examine this. What? It's some Japanese text. They're in an F1 race. Founders of Bleach Japan. Was one of them, is Namba's brother like a co-founder?
What's up?
I just found some shit.
This picture.
It's naughty.
What about it?
Good pixelation.
The guy shaking hands with Ogasawara. I know him.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, that's Ryo Aoki, the governor.
Ryo Oki? Like the
younger.
little
Consider
Cabot
the backdrop
spaceship
there.
of Ryoko?
Probably around the time he and Ogasawara started Bleach Japan together.
He does look familiar. I think he was in like the earlier part of the story, wasn't he?
He's governor? But
I don't remember what I
he's
do.
supposed to be dead.
His face does look familiar though.
Huh?
Oh wait, it's not the young master?
Kamurocho. Someone told me he died. I thought it was true.
Oh, never mind. That's the young master. That's the guy who like shot himself full of shit so that he could walk.
Not Aoki. I know him as...
Yeah, young man. Yeah, wow. Okay, I didn't know this was coming. It was a little weird that the young master is presented as this important character, dies and isn't mentioned again for a long time, but I didn't necessarily call him coming back.
The young master.
But that's not a name.
His name is Masato Arakawa.
What?
Sir, during next week's budget deliberations, the opposition party is going to fight you tooth and nail.
I will have you murdered for saying that to me.
Those fossils pushing for highway funding.
It sounds like they're strongly against the infrastructure cuts. I imagine it's going to be a long fight.
They don't want infrastructure being cut. They want all train station lockers to be heated in case babies are locked in them for long periods of time.
But you do have an appearance scheduled for that evening. Should I cancel it or maybe try to reschedule?
I have an appearance? Oh, yeah. Isn't this the one for that newspaper? They invited a bunch of kids to that, I thought.
Yeah,
Yes,
had the
sir.
kids murdered.
Let's not cancel it then.
Oh, see, he's a good guy.
Wouldn't it look bad? I'm sure those parents have spared no expense making sure their children look presentable for an occasion like this, right?
We'll have them murdered. I mean,
I'm sure, but
It'll be fine. I'm gonna run circles around those windbags and we'll have deliberations wrapped up in no time. We can't disappoint the children, can we?
understood, sir.
we'll stuff
hold
them
the
in heated
appearance as
lockers.
scheduled.
Is he going to stand up so we can see that he can walk now, or?
You know what? Why don't you call it a night?
I've got evil
Good night,
stuff to
then.
do. It's like that SNL sketch where Reagan was like posing for pictures with kids and then would press a secret button and it would like turn around and show this Bond
Didn't lose
villain
it.
map.
I finally found it. The party chair's secret weapon. Turns
It's a
out it
weather
was really
dominator
designed
he
to
made with
prevent
help from
all the muscle
Destro.
This whole time.
Go figure.
If you have any of our visitors from Kansai you can spare, I could use the extra hand.
I'll have them cut off and shipped to you.
That's fine. We're already more than well staffed in Tokyo. I'm willing to send you all the manpower you'll need.
I have a cloning facility capable of creating mafia thugs. Yeah, the young master seemed like kind of a jerk, but like maybe he had reason to be bitter, but still came off as an asshole. And having his girlfriend get stolen by Lubu probably didn't help. Oh, man, it's one of the twin towers of darkness and evil. Not like the, I mean, that wasn't like a 9/11 reference. I just mean he's like scary, evil. Oh, is this a new chapter already? Because if so, then I need to figure out how to get to the shop that sells Naganatas, because that's in chapter 9. That might have just been a very short chapter. Or maybe all chapters are short if you don't spend 8 hours doing side quests. But no, it does. It has this tendency, it'll give us, like, save points at the end of plot scenes, and then that, like, it won't be the beginning of a new chapter. We had a new chapter start once right in the middle of a speech by Chinese mafia boss with the weird stilted delivery. Like, we came back. Oh, never mind. There's a new chapter. Chapter 9, House of Cards. Which, you know, had to kind of get taken off the air after the star was found out that he was, like, molesting boys or whatever. And he wasn't molesting boys. He was, you know, goddamn, why am I even talking about this? Kevin Spacey. He was doing some bad stuff, but I don't think it was actually, like, underage boy molestation. I think it was more like of age, but not that willing to go along with it, sexual harassment of other guys. But, hey, you know what? I shouldn't start talking about stuff that's super creepy and off-putting and bad that I don't even really remember the details of. Let's move on.
Let's see. This probably has some juicy details.
Yes, my phone. It's got lots of juicy stuff.
Aoki, current governor of Tokyo, age 42. That's even the same age as the young master.
Amazing! The young master must have traveled to the future and not aged. Oh, I guess he's adding the 18 years for himself. Never mind.
Don't freak out. Maybe it's all a coincidence.
42 is, of course, the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Says Aoki was a shut-in until he was 20. Then he suddenly took off for America. He took political econ courses at Harvard, where he
says here that his family was... His family's farm in Skibbereen was burned by the hated British, so he was forced to flee to America.
Japan that year.
Maybe by then he was already making all his shadowy plans.
Bleach Japan's agenda is hardly shadowy. In fact, it was pretty damn heartwarming for lots of folks. Seeing those youngsters demand decency,
destroying the lives of innocent sex workers.
Skyrocketed. He was on magazine covers, on TV. He was in the public eye every day. Got a gig as a commentator eventually.
Oh, yes. He used to wear a black hat. He got Bell's palsy. He was calling wrestling. No, I was going to say, it's weird that, it kind of works, though. It's like, it's weird. What a weird screen to have paused on, fading back in. It's weird that, like, oh, wow, this guy became the mayor of Tokyo. You would think that Ichiban would know about it. Well, no, Ichiban wouldn't know about it. He was in jail, and he hasn't been doing a lot of reading about politics since he got out. So then you're like, wouldn't Adachi or Psycho have told him? It's like, well, no, they didn't know that he used to hang out with the young man. Like, it seems bizarre, but it actually makes sense that this could happen, and he would only now be figuring it out.
That's right, and then he entered politics. He left Ogasawara in charge of Bleach Japan. Looks like he didn't win the governor race by a landslide exactly, but now his approval rating is 80%. Okay,
80% approval rating doesn't really happen in politics at that level. It doesn't. Like, it doesn't. I think like Ronald Reagan's approval ratings were probably in like the 60%. You know what? That might be a more recent thing. But like at the height of his popularity, get into modern politics. It's mind-boggling to me that all these people can't believe Trump lost an election when, as passionate as the people who like Trump are, they were like always less than a third of the population. Like, basically all independents got massively turned off by Trump during his 4 years in office, almost all of them. But even coming in, like the entire country let out this huge breath of relief that we hadn't re-elected Trump after all the like weird openly racist stuff he was saying. Biden, before all the stuff happened with Afghanistan, which has tanked his popularity, I think he was at like the lower 60% or like the higher 50%, like 80% popularity. Don't worry about modern politics. But the point is 80% doesn't really happen.
Plus, he's got no political enemies. Life's good for him.
Are there any
Life's been
articles that
good
say he
for
has another
him
name?
so
That's what I
far.
want to know.
I don't see anything like that. But I still think you're jumping to conclusions.
I wouldn't write off what Kasuga's saying, though. There's a lot
It
of
is the
stuff
kind of thing that would
makes
happen in a
sense
crazy
if you turned
RPG
out
plot.
Masato Arakawa as the governor.
Yeah?
Like what?
Like his sudden gain in political support that I was just talking about. That was all because he destroyed the Tojo clan with his Kamurocho 3K plan.
Kamurocho
Plan
3000.
to wipe out all the Yakuza?
Yep.
Yeah. After he rolled it out,
Except for
the Tojo
the set
officers
that are
vanished
supporting
from
him.
the city like so much smoke in the wind.
Vanished.
Yeah. I mean, they probably just fled the city out of panic.
But it could be
knew
they were
on
turned
the
into
verge of
food.
Getting busted. 3K plan enacted a bunch of new anti-Yakuza laws. The cops had a
Making it illegal to do
smorgasbord of
things that were
violations
already
to pick
legal.
from. They could have booked the whole damn Tojo clan. So yeah, I assume the officers skipped town when they saw the cloud of...
Hey, are we ever going to get the, our friend who had, like, big, goofy pompadour and the silk shirts, who was, like, trying to get us to give the money that we earned from collections to our boss rather than returning it to people? Are we ever going to see him again? He seemed like a nice guy. He seemed like a nice, wholesome, young Yakuza man.
charges hovering over
He was a
them.
business over there called
Definitely
Becky.
sounds like they were backed into a corner.
Right. Although it wasn't really the 3K plan itself that made them feel trapped.
It was the
It was
Mega
more because
Rock.
The Tojo's internal affairs got leaked to the police. And I'd bet my
They felt
life
trapped
the guy who
due to
leaked
Mega
it
Rock.
was Masumi Arakawa.
The little master was a traitor?
You think
Oh,
the
that's your-
patriarch of the
his guy.
Arakawa family colluded with the governor?
Well,
And then
the
shot
governor is
Ichiban.
Masato like Kasuga thinks, and it's all in the family. Forget collusion.
Like the way
That's just
Vanilla
plain
played
nepotism.
songs that made
Hey,
the hit
it would also give
parade.
Arakawa a reason to betray his clan. He was more loyal to his son than he was to the Tojo clan. Most men would be.
Well,
Most
I mean,
men,
the
yes,
level
but
of
not
guilt he
Arakawa
felt
son.
over that whole locker
You
incident
say
was
so.
probably key too.
You have to admit, my theory makes sense. Arakawa is human. And what's more human than wanting the best for your child?
It's more human than human.
Even Yakuza parents will do anything for their kids.
Are you implying Yakuza parents aren't great? And now I'm suddenly thinking of Psycho, whose dad and sister apparently hate her. She's like, I bet I couldn't betray the Yakuza and have my dad support me. Is the governor really the young master? If so, how did he do it? Find out next time.
One thing I don't get. How did the young
When is
master
Solid
hide
Snake
his
going to appear to
past?
take her drink
The
order?
Yakuza can't become governor.
Well, maybe he bought a family register.
You can just
Maybe
buy
you work
one?
together with Santucci.
Yep. It's easier to create a fictional person than you think. Yeah, doctor up a photo, slap on a false name, and file.
That's
a
how the
fake
master
official
became
register.
Prime Minister of England.
Get by on that for a good while. As long as no one
Harold
takes a deep
Saxon.
look at your file, of course. Otherwise, it falls apart real quick.
Okay, so the end game is going to... We're suddenly going to have a political journalism minigame that becomes the end game of this game.
Of course it does, if it's all lies.
Right, but if you altered an existing register instead of making one from scratch, the lies wouldn't be so obvious. I'm thinking there was probably an actual shut-in named Ryo Aoki.
No, I think there was an actual Ryo-Oki, but it was a cabot. A kind of combination of a rabbit and a cat that also turns into a spaceship for Ryoko, a.k.a. Ryoko!
Masato
Senshi-
bought
Senshi
or
was
stole Aoki's family register and is impersonating him.
Is taking someone
Quit
else's family
impersonating
register
him!
really
Or
that
stop
simple?
impersonating him.
I never said it was simple, but it is possible.
You're
Especially
simple.
if you've
Shut
got
up.
money or the right connections.
If you got
you
the
think,
money,
Kasuga?
honey, I've got the
The young master
time.
would have had the money and connections to do it. So yeah, I can see it. But why would he go to all that trouble?
I mean, just to
I
become
guess
governor
Yakuza
of the
back-
largest city in Japan? That
Be
seems like a
governor.
lot of work.
Public would never accept a politician with Yakuza roots.
Ichiban, who told you that Masato was dead?
Well, what if the election was fraudulent? What if there's like rice paper or bamboo paper ballots being sent from China that switched votes from Biden to the young master? Or, never.
One of my senpai from middle school, back in Kamurocho. It was just the other day, actually.
It's a trap.
Our family started spreading that rumor around themselves.
It's actually Admiral Akbar who told me. He's part of the trap. That's the real
Hold on.
twist.
Hold
He's
the
saying
hell
it's a
on.
trap, but he's setting the trap. How is Ryo-Oki walking? Doesn't he fly around like a spaceship?
Whoa, what is it?
You know, if you haven't seen Tenchi Muyo, this is going to be lost on you, but I am not going to be able to get over the fact that his name is Ryo-Aoki. When in Tenchi Muyo, there was a spaceship that was also a cute little animal called Ryo-Oki. I'm not going to be able to put that aside.
Young master couldn't walk. He used a wheelchair. The governor can walk.
He's taken that crazy
then
drug
that
that was never
can't be
explained that
the
allowed him
case.
to walk for that
How
one
could he hide a
evening.
disability like that?
Well,
He's got a
the
cyborg
article
body.
said Aoki studied abroad in the U.S., right? Maybe he got surgery there.
Maybe he's a fucking cyborg. That's what's gonna happen, man. We're gonna fight him as a boss, and he's gonna like rip off his face, and he's gonna be like fucking Terminator. Oh man, that's gonna be so sweet. I'm looking forward to that.
The doctor said he was wheelchair bound for life.
Well,
For
maybe here in Japan,
life.
that's true.
Too sweet.
Sometimes you can get procedures done in the U.S. that aren't available here.
Oh yeah, Japan is known for having behind times technology. If there's one thing Japan is known for, it's being super low tech. Yes.
That's the police commissioner, Orinouchi.
Oh, your eternal rival.
I'll be facing him as a boss at
I
my
think
personal
I've seen him
challenge
before.
dungeon later.
What?
Psycho's final boss is her twin sister Nana.
When was it?
Will be facing the little master. Adachi will be facing his eternal rival. Hey, it's Lu Bu. I should have been listening. He's back in the story now.
Right. I saw him at a cabaret club I took the young master to. Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Orinouchi
Adachi's
was
rival
the
is
dude
Lu
that
Bu.
The young master's favorite girl was in love with.
Ah,
Well, being paid to say
so
she was
the
in love with
governor and the police commissioner used to be rivals in love. Bet that made for a awkward meeting.
Awkward.
Yeah, I'm sure they remember each other,
Awkward.
especially if Ichiban does. I wonder what
Because
all went
Ichiban's
down.
known for not remembering things.
Damn. Kamrosha's looking like a pretty big piece of the puzzle now. But I can't really put it all together yet. Confusing ass mess.
Yeah, ass mess can be a problem.
No point in dwelling on it right now. Let's call it a day. I'm beat.
Rex beat the British
Guys,
Star.
remember what Mabuchi said?
Sorry.
The Omi Alliance is going to invade. You can sleep after hearing that?
Well, we got to be
Hell
well
yeah.
rested so we can fight them off
It's
tomorrow.
not like we can do anything about it when we're tired.
Good point. Let's head back and hit the hay.
Hey, Psycho, you
don't
can
even
stay
need
here and
that.
get more drunk if you want.
Huh?
Hey, barkeep. Remember when I asked you about that room on the second floor?
You mean the one you've routinely used as a resting place already?
Oh yeah, I cleaned it up for you. It's all yours.
You got that scar-fighting liquid
Nice.
bartender.
Thanks.
What room?
There's some vacant space on the second floor. They're using it for storage right now, but I asked if we could use it as a hideout.
I tell you what, now we've got 3 different in-game story places that we can sleep, so let's split up. I'll sleep above the bar. Ichiban, you go to that whorehouse and sleep on the second floor, and Psycho, you go to the homeless camp.
I mean, your place.
I have my own home.
definitely
Go to the
was
homeless
smooth
camp.
and all, but it was getting kind of cramped. Here we'll have more room. Plus, at night, we can drink down here and then just stumble up to bed. How's that for convenience?
Yeah, it is great, but you sure you're okay with this, pal?
Well, now that you called me pal, I'm
Whatever.
a little happy about it.
The room wasn't being used for anything, so it's no skin off my nose. Besides,
You'll be paying for it.
I don't know how, but I heard you're fighting for the people of this town.
I don't know how I heard that. The knowledge filtered into my head, and I've forgotten how.
Well, I'm not so desperate that I can't offer a shabby old room to a hero and his party.
Wow, dude.
So, good
Thanks.
job out there
We'll
riding.
keep the room as neat as you keep your bourbon.
Smooth.
Wow. Enough with the whiskey puns, you two. You will drive me to drink.
Drinking is funny.
If you don't like my jokes, you can forget about using the room.
Fine, we'll sleep at the prostitute place. Jeez. And now, House of Cards. Okay, so we didn't have Korean Ninja for very long as our face on the splash screen. Now it's going to be the young master who's combed his hair a little differently. Oh, he got glasses, so he didn't used to have glasses. Traded glasses for the ability to walk. I liked it in the background, even in what felt like a pre-rendered CGI scene for just a second, but the background still had the glowing aura around those plants that are ready to pick. I just goes, he's out of town dealing with the threat of Omi Alliance invasion. Check on the city. Check on the city. It's a serious mushroom. I'm a serious mushroom. I'm a serious mushroom. Alright, let's plant more mystery stuff. Can't be bothered to figure out what... Oh, fuck. I don't know what's going on with my phone, but it's blowing up. Probably either junk text from CVS Specialty Pharmacy or Baby Bronco did something cute. Either way, he just got like 100 pings in a row. So we got 10 minutes left before I can go check and see what they are. Alright. Well, let's see. Aha! We have quests. Including that one. That was the one that it's been a long time in process, and we couldn't do anything with it. Now it's ready to advance. All sorts of stuff to be done. New quests to be started now that it's daytime. What I really need to do, though, when we get to the end of this video, that is, I'll try to see if I can, like, speedrun my way... Speedrun, but it's, like, quickly get to the point where we can actually get some Woppets for the DLC classes so that Psycho can have a better Woppet. I can talk to my party. That's nice. I do want to check... because she's been leveling up this job pretty fast. But yeah, she's got a long way to go for Impish Link. Which would be the thing that would probably trigger me to switch away. Or at least consider it. She, in the meantime, is fairly close to reaching the point where there's no point in keeping her in this job. Because if she gets Bullet of Honor, I could give her back something else. Even if even if this is the job I want her to have in the long run, she won't be learning hot new skills. Like, she'll eventually get to the point where if you max this all the way out to 99, like, this is what they talk about in, like, the guides. Like, you're really min-maxing your characters, and, like, this class gets great boosts in the long run, compared to, like, Hostess class is getting, like, MP and magic only, but she doesn't have very good spells. Matriarch is getting magic, attack, agility, dexterity, like, a mix of stuff, plus HP plus 20, attack plus 20. Barmaid is apparently really not a great class because she's getting MP and magic. When again, they don't give her very good spells. Dealer is apparently the very worst. Like, yeah, what I keep hearing about the female classes, they're not that many great classes to choose from. But you get attack boosts from Night Queen, healing boosts, and defensive boosts from Idol. Whatever. So she's actually fairly close to where I'd want to switch away from that class anyway. Now that I can finally get her a good Woppet. I should have talked to my party members.
Yeah.
Hey, Hamako-san? What's wrong?
Yeah, some Yakuza guy came by looking for you.
What?
A guy named Tatsuka from the Seiryu clan.
Tatsuka, huh? How'd he look?
He had a whole bunch of his boys with him. I think they're going bar to bar asking about you. I'd steer clear of my place for a bit. Gotta go.
Wait, Hamako-san! I guess I could call her back. I've got her number in my phone based on her having just called me. What'd she say? Tatsuka's apparently out searching for us, so she says we stay away from her shop. But I thought Tatsuka was... Yeah, I thought the Seiryu clan came down hard on him for the whole retirement home scam. Which means we should probably go see for ourselves.
Even though she literally just told us to stay away?
You're welcome to stay behind if you want. We've got Eri here. We no longer need you.
You ass, I'm going too.
And I don't get to talk to them anymore. I missed whatever their dialogue was. We missed it forever. Damn. I mean, unless I can Because it did. It gave me the option to talk to them. And I took like 2 steps and instantly the phone started ringing. Oh, damn. Maybe we'll get it here. I'm going with you, so don't bother protesting. Never mind. Whatever it was, we missed it forever. Tatsuka, I have a bad feeling about this. I mean, I guess in theory I could just skip past all the dialogue. I mean, we could... well, the video's almost over anyway. Let's just wrap it up like this. Let's see if we can skip past all the dialogue of that previous save, where we just start the chapter, skip all the scenes, head out on the street, see what happens. Because the video is pretty much done anyway. This will just be a little silly thing to do before we call it quits here for right now. And also give me a chance to look and see where to get Naganatas, just to, you know, see if it's worth keeping her in that class for a while. Because, yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I finally get to where I can get a good Naginata, but I've also, because she learns her 2 skills that carry over to other jobs fairly quickly, I could just switch her back. The thing about those jobs is that the skills that you get that you allowed to take with you to other jobs, and this is another thing I was reading on this website, reading about the different jobs and what's good enough. By and large, they're terrible. Most of the time, those skills are not that useful. And like, yeah, like that's kind of true. Like if I switched her away from the idle job, I almost never used the skills she learned while she was in it. I almost never used the jobs that she learned when she was in her barmaid job. Okay.
I'm worried about the situation out there. I hope Nanchan's okay.
The Eugen 3 have probably already figured out we let Nanba get away. So if we head out, we're probably going to find out how they feel about that. Harry, you got anything to say? Of course you don't. Maybe we get better harvest this time. No, it does not appear to have made a difference. Okay, well, let's replant. Mysterious compost. And mysterious bulb, I guess. And then if we walk away, we'll get our phone call again. And we'll be right back where we were.
Hey.
And we have our next plot place to go, which is... This is very Vice City. Like, you don't really have anything in particular to do. Suddenly the phone rings and you have a mission. Alright, when we come back next time... I'm going to try to see off screen if I can figure out, without spoiling a bunch of plot, what do I have to do to get access to the place where you can buy these Wappets. And if I can't find out, I think that just means, because I think it's in like it's a dungeon. No, it's another, I think it's another city. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I need to just forget about that and do side quest stuff that's available. At the very least, I want to do that side quest, because I don't know what point. I think at some point we go back to Kamurocho. I feel like the story is going to take us back there at some point. And if I don't know why I'm trying to be coy about that. Like, the reason I believe that is going to happen is because when you come to Part-Time Hero, we've got Savior of Yokohama. We've beaten a ton of people here, but we also have Defender of Kamurocho. Defeat 100 thugs on the streets of Kamurocho. So at some point we have to go there, right? Defender of... So we got 3 things here that I haven't even started and I don't know what they are, because there's not room for there to be 4 levels. And the same thing here. So maybe these only go up to here. Maybe it's Kamurocho and somewhere else and they only go up to Hero. And only Yokohama gets Savior because he spent more of the game there. I don't know. But either way, I'm just gotta call it a video. So I'm going to.